where today 2 correctional officers are recovering after they were injured during a prison riot. It happened at the Trenton Correctional Institution located on Greenhouse Road. And that is where we find News Channel 6's, not the Aiken County Detention Center, rather the Trenton Correctional Facility. Ashley Dosh joining us live from there with the very latest. Good afternoon to you, Ashley.
Well, Barkley, we were told that those 2 officers that were injured are expected to be okay. They suffered non-life-threatening injuries. We were also told what led up to this prison riot last night, and it all happened over an illegal cell phone. Take a look.
Around 11:30 midnight at Trenton Correctional, several of our officers noticed an inmate with a cell phone, which they're not allowed to have. We went to retrieve that cell phone for that inmate, and that's when other inmates came to the inmate's rescue and started assaulting our officers.
The officers were able to take cover in a separate room, and that's when inmates began destroying their dorms, some even starting fires in the yard so large they were visible from outside. Brian Sterling, the director of the South Carolina Department of Corrections, says the most dangerous time for officers is trying to take a cell phone away from an inmate.
Something that this department and I've been fighting, and it goes back to John Osmond, the director before me. We've asked the FCC, we've asked the federal government for relief with these cell phones. It is the #1 problem that we have at Department of Corrections in South Carolina.
Sterling, along with the other directors, have even gone before the FCC to testify and ask for cell phone signals to be blocked within the facility, but they were told by law it couldn't be done.
Inmates are no longer, they are physically locked up, but with their access to these contraband cell phones, they are no longer virtually locked up. They are able to access the internet. They're able to continue their criminal ways, as we saw this week with these cell phones.
Sterling says the overall solution to preventing these problems is simple.
And really the only way to solve this is to allow us to block the cell phones. The federal government needs to allow us to block these cell phones, or you're going to see more and more incidents like this.
Now, as far as the names of those 2 officers that were involved in the riot, that were injured, those names will not be released because they were considered victims at this time. And also, as far as those inmates are concerned, those that were involved will be prosecuted, and they will have to stay in those damaged dorms tonight. Now, coming up, we're going to have team coverage later at 5 and 6 o'clock on the state of the South Carolina prison system. We're going to hear community reactions as well as reactions from state lawmakers. Reporting live in Trenton, South Carolina, I'm Ashley Doss for WJBF News Channel 6.